I can hit him with a fix, quite slick with a stick, and she thick with them hips to the lick, leave a tip of that trick and a trick when she twists. If you tryna get a hit, these balls are the bricks, get a fix, no calls when I whip this hard when you sniff. On guard, get a split, see stars when I spit this lit. Hey, tempt me, I'm a tempy, new era, zoning, F.E. next, young Ronin. I go in like Conan, I rise on you sons, now you moaning. I'm cogent, my code is unbroken, my codec compressed and unloaded. J. Cole's dropping more tracks, but let's hope he doesn't delete later. What's going on, Hilltop Mafia? It's Wooly Knox Hill. We're back with our reaction series. So today, man, listen, we got a really interesting one on deck that I have dug through to find that you guys have been sending me. Now, J. Cole has started his Inevitable podcast, which I will put below. But an interesting thing he started to do on this podcast, besides obviously telling stories, sharing his wisdom, his knowledge about the game through the years, is he's decided to start leaking past music and collaborations that he's done, namely with Kendrick Lamar. And yeah, I think the timing's really interesting of a drop like this, but listen, when two goats get on a track, I'm not going to complain. It's an opportunity for a breakdown. So this right here, right now is one of those tracks. It's Temptation. But before I get any further, listen, if you like the hat that I'm wearing, if you like the hoodie that I'm wearing, knoxhillmusic.com, go rep the brand, go copy your merch, get it out there, support this holiday season. It really, really does go a long way. If you like what you see, if you want to get it, I'll put all links down there. But anyways, know what we're here for. J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, step up to the plate. Let's see what you got.
Yeah, often I'm caught up in confusion and need a dissolution. They tell me the solution to see through this illusion. I'm living, a few friends killed, a few sent to prison. Our mamas try to warn us, but few tend to listen. See, we run in the streets in search of some trouble, at least a couple of freaks to sneak home with. Now she ride a nigga dick just like she owned it. So every time I want to hit, I bet you she on deck. She got the bad lips, bad hips, damn shawty. Slim waist, Gina face, pan body. Met her in the club, little liquor, let the love. That's the reason why my niggas can't find me. Good golly, look shawty, ain't no need for games. I know it.
Man, he's just so smooth with his flows.
Still young, but I done seen some things. If it's cool to talk, let me ease your pain. This is food for thought, let me feed your brain. Your ex-man did you dirty, did he leave a stain? When them losers talk, tell them please refrain. I refuse to stop, don't freeze the frame. Cause tonight I got you calling out Jesus' name. Hey, left side.
Oh Lord, J. Cole. I'll tell you what, man. I love just the smooth flows in the bars, right? That he just like stacks and just slides in there. But you know what's pretty dope about this is a couple things, right? First and foremost, this sounds like a pretty close to being, I know there's a filter on the audio, right? Because he's playing it and then you hear sometimes him talking on his podcast mic over top of it. So obviously the audio is not being played like through our system directly. Because if it was, it would sound a lot clearer. But what I do hear is if you hear his voice in that mix, that voice is mixed. That's a mixed J. Cole voice from an engineering perspective, which leads me to believe this song that he's leaking and that has been leaked and talked about in the past, it feels like it could have been dropped at any point because it feels like, could be done, right?
Yeah, often
let's break down some of the bars now.
Caught up in confusion and need a dissolution. They tell me the solution to see through this illusion.
I love the solution to see through this illusion, just like dissolution, the illusion. This, like the way that he is wordsmithing that and just flipping it, like he needs dissolution, needs to just break it all down, right? Back out of it. Is it a marriage that he's getting a dissolution from, or he's just getting a dissolution from it all because he's getting disillusioned with things and with what he sees?
Confusion and need a dissolution. They tell me the solution to see through this illusion. I'm living, a few friends.
And then this illusion. So he has disillusion, dissolution, into this illusion that I'm living. And then rest in peace to some of his friends.
A few sent to prison. Our mamas try to warn us, but few tend to listen. See, we run in the streets.
I mean, that's just a casual bar, but I love that, right? Our mamas try to warn us, but few tend to listen. Like, just simple bars like that from J. Cole. They're so relatable, though, and they just hit you, right?
Sent to prison. Our mamas try to warn us, but few tend to listen.
And you hear him over top of the podcast with that.
We run in the streets in search of some trouble, at least a couple of freaks to sneak home with. Now she ride a nigga dick just like she owned it. So every time I want to hit, I bet you she on deck. She got the bad.
She owned it. She on deck. Just nice little da-da-da-da-da-da-da. 1, 2, 3. Just break it down, staccato, chopped at the end there with the bars.
Like she owned it. So every time I want to hit, I bet you she on deck. She got the bad lips, bad hips, damn shawty. Slim waist, Gina face, pan body.
Hey, Gina face, pan body, right?
I got 2 layers for that. That could either be like Baywatch, like Pamela Anderson body, right? And Gina and Pam from Baywatch versus Gina and Pam from Martin. Who remembers Martin? Are we getting too old now? Might be getting too old now.
In the club, little liquor, let the love. That's the reason why my niggas can't find me. Good golly. Look, shawty, ain't no need for games. I know a niggas.
Ain't no need for games. Like, he's just got that smooth, melodic tone to his voice, doesn't he? I feel like J. Cole always sets up well for like tracks with subject matter like this, right? Because he just really smooths it out with his style of delivery. And it's rap, but it's combined with sort of that melodic tone and nature to it all, man.
Niggas can't find me. Good golly. Look, shawty, ain't no need for games. I know a nigga still young, but I done seen some things. If it's cool to talk, let me ease your pain. This is food for thought. Let me feed your brain. Your ex.
Cool to talk, ease your pain, food for thought. Feed your brain. Just love the internal 3-syllable rhyme schemes to the external 3-syllable rhymes. And obviously, food for thought. Let me feed your brain. He's flipping.
Let me ease your pain. This is food for thought. Let me feed your brain. Your ex-man did you dirty? Did he leave a stain?
Hey. Even the dirty to leave a stain, like just that flip, right? When you say you did someone dirty versus like taking the entendre and flipping it into like the literal meaning. Did he leave a stain like on your mind, but also a literal stain?
Tell him please refrain. I refuse to stop. Don't freeze the frame. Cause tonight I got you calling out Jesus' name. Hey.
Woo! But even that playing more into like the stain. Like, did he leave a stain because he did you dirty because he's sleeping around and that's how you found out and you found the stain, right? So that goes just like another layer. And then I got you singing out Jesus' name, right? Because right now you're getting off to it and you're going, oh Lord, to me.
Cause tonight I got you calling out Jesus' name.
Hey.
Left side, hey.
Right side, hey.
Before we walk, we must walk, but we run when temptation calls.
Left side, hey.
Right side, hey.
Before we walk, we must walk, but we run when temptation.
Often I'm caught up in confusion.
You know, it's really interesting, right? I got a couple of levels to this. First, I love the natural chemistry from the sound of J. Cole and Kendrick on the track, right? J. Cole doing the call outs and Kendrick doing the callbacks, like classic sort of hip hop style. You know, when an MC gets on the mic and you call out, you get the crowd to call back to you. Well, J. Cole doing the, repping one side, Kendrick repping the other. But what's interesting is that J. Cole takes the left side, Kendrick takes the right. But you think about the sides that they're on. J. Cole's on the right side, right? Because he's from the East Coast. Kendrick's from the left coast, from the left side. But then left and right, you think left and right brain. You know, the sort of classic, like, males are dominated by the left side of their brain because that's the more logical side, and females getting more emotional, dominated by the right side. Again, this is massive overgeneralizations, but I'm trying to break this down, right? Just the classic analysis of that. Versus could even be further to a religious thing because the song is Temptation, and you start talking about like these women and temptations and things that they see. So the right side, being on the right side, like God's side, God's right hand and leading the righteous path, versus the left side. You know, when things go left, when they go south, the devil's way, he's flipping.
We walk, we must walk, but we run when temptation.
Often I'm caught up in confusion and trying to find solution to try to pimp the system as a form of prostitution. I'm ready.
Woo!
The city probably see me as a nuisance, deadly.
I'm sorry, I can't get past that bar. That bar's too silly.
As a form of prostitution, I'm ready.
Trying to pimp the system as a form of prostitution. Talking.
And trying to find solution to try to pimp the system as a form of prostitution. I'm ready. The city probably see me as a nuisance, deadly. Singing the devil's song in a repetitive medley. I know, but shorty fire and she admire that I'm a pyro maniac. I said, where you at and do you have Geico? I need insurance that you can sex me the best. And she started sexing through texts and sent pictures under her dress. Got them G-strings, she beasting for the pleasure and pain. I was a weakling, so I clinged to her under my name. Gave her the ding-ding, then ding-ding, the bell ring in the game. It was a ding-ding that she sing, them no stand, no flow, keep it wet, making it rain. Beg your pardon.
That flow and rhyme scheme was ridiculous. The way he just patterned that.
The blowjob, she no jobs like Tommy from Martin. The blowjob, she blow hard like a Nintendo.
Hang on.
I was a weakling, so I clinged to her under my name. Gave it a ding-ding, then ding-ding, the bell ring in the game. It was intriguing that she sing, them no stand, no flow, keeping it wet, making it rain. Beg your pardon. The blowjob, she no jobs like Tommy from Martin. The blowjob, she blow hard like a Nintendo cartridge. That blowjob had genius like Mozart. Got blowjob, then put it in her trunk like Goyard. I'm started off with that Quavo. Shop on Rodeo, house in the Dago. We like to fucking watch the day go by. Hasta la luego, drop the potato. She's hot, what can I say, y'all?
Yo, he just went hasta luego on my mind right there. He is barring. Wow, Kendrick on that.
I'm ready. The city probably.
Man, first and foremost, right? So he's got restitution, dissolution, I'm ready. So he plays off of Cole's similar scheme. Restitution, dissolution, I'm ready.
My solution to try to pimp the system as a form of prostitution. I'm ready.
Solution, prostitution. But what I love about that is that he takes Cole's scheme, right? Those same rhyme patterns, but then he adds ready. So he adds just a 2-syllable shot towards the end, right? So it's almost like you've got a compound rhyme scheme that you're just stacking right there. Prostitution, I'm ready. Solution, deadly.
And trying to find solution to try to pimp the system as a form of prostitution. I'm ready. The city probably see me as a nuisance, deadly. Singing the devil's song in a repetitive medley. I know, but shorty.
Singing the devil's song in a repetitive medley. And you hear right there, J. Cole on the podcast, right? Not on the actual track. He's doubling Kendrick. He's got Kendrick's lyrics memorized. He knows this song here. That's key to me. We'll talk about that at the end.
I know, but shorty fire and she admire that I'm a pyromaniac.
Fire, admire, I'm a pyro. So again, he starts tapping in with the internal rhyme schemes and back out to the externals.
Where you wedding? Do you have Geico? I need insurance that you can sex me the best. And she started sexing through Texas and pitch.
I just love how he flips the Geico insurance into I need insurance that you are the best at the sex game right now.
Do you have Geico?
Can you give me that 15 minutes?
Insurance that you can sex me the best. And she started sexing through Texas and pictures under her dress. Got them G-strings, she be sting for the pleasure and pain. I was a weak
G-string, she sting for the pleasure and pain. G-string, she sting, pleasure and pain. Because if she's stinging, she's also giving you pleasure and pain with it. Kendrick's a little freaky on that. But he's freaky on those rhyme schemes. Again, this pattern is just silly. Even J. Cole gives a woo on it.
Under her dress, got them G-strings, she be sting for the pleasure and pain. I was a weakling, so I cling to her under my name. Gave it a ding-ding, then ding-ding, the bell ring in the game. It was.
See what he's doing? See how he's patterning that? Oh, man, it is smooth.
That she sing, them no stand, no flow, keeping it wet, making it rain. Beg your pardon, them blow.
Even right there, she thing, intriguing. So he's still got those internals and back out to the pain, to the rain, to the external rhyme schemes. And then flow, wet, rain. He's making her wet in the bed. So making it rain in that sense versus his flow is wet in the pocket that he just patterned. He's making it rain on this. Flow, rain, she's flowing, he's flowing on the track, doubles.
She sing them no stand, no flow, keeping it wet, making it rain. Beg your pardon, them blowjobs, she no jobs like Tommy from Martin. Them blowjobs.
No jobs like Tommy from Martin, because another Martin reference. See, Kendrick is mirroring Cole on a lot of this. That's what I love. I love the chemistry of this, right? Kendrick has taken some of Cole's verse and he's flipping it into his own scheme. So he's back on the Martin schemes like Cole was on Gina and Pam. But in this case, Tommy from Martin, he never had a job. We never knew Tommy's job from Martin, right? You know I got a job. That's what Tommy would always respond. But we never knew Tommy's job because he had no job, right? She, K-N-O-W. She knows her job. She knows how to give blowjobs. She's an expert at it. She knows. She's got that intelligence, right? Versus he has no space jobs. I love the flip on that.
Beg your pardon, them blowjobs, she no jobs like Tommy from Martin. The blowjobs, she blow hard like a Nintendo cartridge that blow.
And then blow hard. You know the classic Nintendo cartridges where you used to get like the dust in it and you had to like. You had to blow it and then put it in to go play your Donkey Kong Country, baby.
Head genius like Mozart, got blowjob, then put it in a
head genius like Mozart. Obviously, Mozart was a genius composer versus the head that she's giving you down there is genius. Genius in the head versus genius down there with her job. She knows her job. She's well employed.
Nintendo cartridge, that blowjob, head genius like Mozart, got blowjob, then put it in a trunk like Go-Yard. I'm started.
Even that right there, put it in the trunk, right? He's putting it in her trunk versus put it in the trunk because Go-Yard is a French brand that makes trunks. The scheme.
Blowjob, head genius like Mozart.
Kendrick cooked on that.
Got blowjob, then put it in a trunk like Go-Yard. I'm started off with that Quavo. Shop on Rodeo, house in the Dago. We like to fucking watch the day go by. Hasta la luego. Drop the potato. She's hot. What can I say, y'all?
Drop the potato. It's hot. She's hot. You know, Snoop Dogg dropping like it's hot. She's dropping that potato. And I love how he flips it into hasta luego. A little bit of Espanol thrown in there. And we know he's got the Espanol on the GNX album, too.
The day go by. Hasta luego. Drop the potato. She's hot. What can I say, y'all?
Wow. 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 Can we just get that drop? Can we just get that drop? You know what's interesting, right, is obviously you think about the history that they've had. right? And I've talked about this before when a lot of speculation about the divide between Kendrick and Cole. And I've always felt like there is more evidence and more patterns of the past to their friendship and collaborations than there is towards dissidence, towards sneak dissing, towards really wanting to go after each other, like the well-documented evidence of Kendrick and Drake. And I think this is just J. Cole now reflecting, now moving on from the beef that wasn't, right? From what he might delete later, and he did delete it later. And I think now he wants to show his foundation with Kendrick. And he wants to start to show us more of why he issued that apology and why he didn't really want to step into the ring and why he felt like he was destroying Kendrick's legacy by speaking on some of the albums that he's dropped and like trying to like throw dirt on Kendrick's name. Why he didn't want to get involved and why he didn't feel right about it. And this is one of a couple unreleased drops, and there's more Kendrick drops that he teased on his podcast. So I'll put that link below if you want to go listen to it, if you want to go check it out. But yeah, it's definitely interesting, the timing, because obviously Kendrick is blowing up. We know his name is everywhere right now. So Cole, with Kendrick in the conversation, going to drop something Kendrick related on his podcast. It makes sense. But then also just show that history and that foundation. I feel like this is a little bit of, posthumous recovery from Cole, given the whole Drake and Kendrick situation. Really interesting that he's choosing now to do this and to kind of try to push a narrative over here with these just previews, with these snippets, and then also showing that, hey, he knows these songs. He loves these songs. Like, he's rapping along not only to his lyrics, he's rapping along to Kendrick's lyrics. But that one, I love the concept of it, right? I love the chemistry. I love the flows from both of them and the bars. I mean, I still don't understand why we can't just get that officially released. Maybe we can start a movement for it. Anyways, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, you were Knox Hill certified. Hope you guys liked today's video. Listen, for some reason you're here at the end, obviously you enjoy the content. Do me a huge favor, support the channel directly. Subscribe and notifications on. Really, it does go a long way. I love you guys. Stay safe, stay positive. It's only Knox Hill. Catch you again.